Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saki here, and welcome back to Imperator Rome. And when we last left off, we took Heraya from the Defensive League. This guy was part of a four-prong war declaration, and us and our buddies in Epirus decided to lay the smacketh down, and we won this city without even taking any losses in combat, just attrition from the siege. So not a whole lot of manpower loss, but then again, not a whole lot of manpower gain either. We've got Ellis there on the west coast. However, we have a truce with them for 5 years, but more importantly, they are being guaranteed by Macedon. Now, Macedon has 40 troops. No manpower, though. They're on a bellicose stance, so they are going to war. They've got 13 ships. Not exactly the kind of, person we want to go poking in the face. So Ellis looks to be a little off limits for now. But if Macedon and Phrygia get to fighting each other, perhaps Phrygia will collapse or Macedon will collapse, one of the two, then Ellis may be a legitimate target. To our east, we have Manatea. Now, Manatea has an alliance with Azania, who is to their north. Just a little two thing, but they are guaranteed by the refrigerator in Phrygia. Once again, bringing to bear 90 troops, 20 ships, no manpower, but that is more than enough to make us think twice about things. So our expansion is sort of culled for the time being. How about Argos? What are you up to? They are guaranteed by Macedon. They are a feudatory and also at war with Phrygia. Is Macedon at war with Phrygia? You bet. So the question is, if Ellis is guaranteed by Phrygia, which they are, or no, they're guaranteed by Macedon, which they are, but Macedon is in a war with Phrygia, then Macedon would join. But are they distracted? Are they over here in Phrygian territory fighting that war? Could we get away with just sniping Ellis quick, fast, and in a hurry? I'm not sure. We've got a fort there, we have no fort there, and we have no fort there. If we march on Olympia and siege it down before they know what hit them, then maybe, just maybe, we can take this western coast. We could also play a little bit more safe and get some boats. Now, we do have wood from our newly sieged city here of Heraya, but we need to get that to the capital district so we can start building boats. Now, first things first, we've got pirates here, and here is our port. So, we do have a port over here in Messene, thankfully. So we can launch our ships out of here and bop these guys, no problem. The problem is, though, is we are bleeding money, 2.68 gold per month. And that's not even with boats. We are not paying anything in fleet maintenance. So if we were to establish a bit of a navy, I don't know we can see, can't we? We've got the macro builder. Of course we do. All right, so we need to recruit the cohorts. We could see the triremes cost 20 gold per pop. We've only got 50. So even with that, we can't afford to build more than 2 boats, and we would get absolutely destroyed by 6. So I don't know, honestly, what to do. We're not taking an alliance from Gortnia, though. So I don't know what our next plan of action is. We need money. We need money indeed, and that is slaves for base tax. Our freemen just give us manpower. Tribesmen, we don't have. They would give us a little bit of tax. So we need this slave output to be much, much higher for this base tax. We need slaves. And that sounds wrong, but we absolutely do if we want to float this, stuff. So, yeah, 14 Hellenic Peloponnesian. 2 slaves there that are Hellenic Peloponnesian. No slaves there. 1 slave there, Hellenic. 1 slave there, Hellenic. No slaves. No slaves. No slaves. No slaves. All right, so that tells me that all of our slaves are as happy as they can be without without sort of spurring them on. So I don't know, man. I really don't know what to do. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and get this trade route done. So we are importing precious metals, which is citizen happiness. We're importing iron for the extra discipline. And we are importing vegetables. And that only takes care of slave or movement costs, which we've done. Population growth. There's local taxes. If we could afford to get a marketplace, that would be pretty awesome. So do we move? There's 2 slaves there. Can we move them to Sparta? We can indeed. But I don't know if that would actually be... Well, it's capital region, capital city, so that is way better output efficiency. So if we want to curb some of this, the money bleeding, we need to move our slaves to Sparta. Move to Sparta, please. All right, so Kipthana doesn't have any slaves anymore, so we've got 2 more slaves putting out a little bit more moolah. We've got 1 slave here that it would be beneficial to move to Sparta. No slaves there, no slaves there, no slaves there, or there. All right, so we've got all the slaves that we could possibly want, well, that we can possibly move in Sparta, 17 of them. Now we can get rid of that trade for the slave movement costs, the vegetables. We're going to cancel that trade route and set up another trade route of wood. Oh, I guess it has to... Oh, we've got a scorned family, you say. Either that, or is wood present here? It is not. If we wanted to build the triremes, we can't because we don't have a port. So we have to get that wood from here somehow. And with it produced, I don't know if we can get rid of it. Unfortunately. Envoy. Requesting a trade route, national manpower. All right, we are not currently exporting grain. We have the surplus of grain for more manpower, but only 1. So I want to keep the national manpower, although 50 cents a month, that would stop a little bit of bleeding. At this point, do we want the manpower recovery? We would lose 5%. And is that 5% of 74? I think we need to accept this. All right, so we still have a capital surplus. And there's the exported grain. We're still doing 45. All right, we're down to a ducat a month in loss. It'd be nice to pick up a trade route where we could get some money. We don't have any, well, we've got free men, and that improves the commerce income. Right now, they're giving us manpower. Okay. Livestock for pop growth. Fish for pop growth. If we did livestock, this would earn us 0.2. Is there something that would earn us a whole lot of moolah? 0.2. Let's see. We can get the vegetables back. That was what? 0.2. Leather at 0.2. I don't know if those prices are set in stone. Olives for the slave happiness. I mean, that would be nice for output. How happy are these slaves here? 100%. Their base is 100, so we can't possibly get them any happier. So that wouldn't be worthwhile. I guess if we grow, we could import some livestock from Barca. Yeah, and he's been a trade partner before. Let's get livestock from Barca. Promotion cost and population growth. What is growing here? A free man. Okay, 0.55. growing there. Are we growing slaves anywhere? No, we're not. We actually need to move this slave. So we lose a civic power there, but we need to get him in Sparta as well. I must have just overran that one. All right, little surprise, two of the most ambitious claimants to the throne of Sparta. All right, so we've got these two guys who are not our kids. Well, if we let them fight, they'll both lose loyalty if we tell them to stop it. So, yeah, rival each other. See what we care. I mean, our child got the most support. He's a 641. Hopefully he grows up and gets even better stats. That would be nice. All right, so the Sosthenes family is scorned because you've got a lot of babies. Do you have a wife? You do. And your wife, Olympia, if that isn't divine providence, I don't know what is. But Olympia has 3 children, so now they're big enough that they want a little piece of the pie with no position. You are an 8684. All right, let's take a look at our government. 8s in martial and oratory. 8s in martial and oratory. Okay, so the Epistrategos is the head of the Propiid family. The Propiids are right here. So he has to have a job, otherwise he will feel scorned. But he's 58. He's 100% health. He's married to a 40-year-old. I don't know if she is able to have kids at that age. But to have someone better in that position would be better overall, I believe. So our Epistrategos, that's just merc maintenance, but yeah, the Sosthenes. There you go, buddy. And we're going to have a scorn family here in a second, I believe, because he was the only breadwinner for that particular family. So the question is, we've got 201 oratory power. It's claim fabricating time. But, holy crap. So Elis is guaranteed by both Macedon and Phrygia. They do not want Olympia to fall. And it makes sense with the focus of the Olympic Games. They don't want, they don't want someone to just come in and screw up their Olympics. That is unfortunate. How about Azania? So you have a truce with me for the next 6 years. You're in a defensive league, but that's better than being guaranteed. And they're improving Macedon's opinion, trying to get a guarantee, or guarantee. I guarantee that's what's going on here. So everyone is crying out to poor Macedon, hey, 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 we want to be protected. Can we ask to be protected by Macedon? Be like, hey, if you're going to help those guys out, I tell you, I don't like the idea of 40 troops, and he is at war with all of those city-states. Oh, man, this is inconvenient expansion for sure. How about you? Oh, that's Macedon. Megara is a feudatory to Phrygia. Everyone here is feudatories to either Phrygia or Macedon. And that's going to kick up. I'm not sure if we want to claim Elis and go, and then get Phrygia and Macedon on our case, because that would be really, really inconvenient. So we don't have money for boats. These guys are just sitting here ready for the picking. They have Tara as a subject in a defensive league with Eopatra. We are in an interesting sort of feel here. So 8 Civic. Can we actually move you into a spot where Civic, the Architreos, better health, you are a member of the Leonidid family, and the Leonidids have just 2%. So firing that guy would make another Scorn family. What are you good at? Really not much of anything. So do we want better health at the chance of upsetting the Leonid family? I mean, they're getting a little bit of prestige. I'm not sure, but, you know, as we age, our health is pretty important. Huh. The Propriad? Why not? We'll do that. The Scorn family will go away, and then the other family will be like, hey, I was fired. All right, so what do we do? Garrett feudatory to Macedon. Since he's a one-province minor. Now, you've got a truce. Nice, oratory advances. We'd be breaking a truce. Manatea and Ellis would join, so would Epirus. But they wouldn't, you know, once the truce is over. I'm not sure. I think I want to save my oratory power until closer to truce ending time. Because we've got a truce with all of these guys around us here. So this is the time, I think, to really buckle down, grow our economy if we can, get some points if we can. If we could do some conversions with our oratory power, get some happiness up. So one is Hebrew culture. We can assimilate for 20. All right, Peloponnesian Hellenic. 2 Hellenic Hebrews for the freemen. Oh, hello. Wine. We will lose our surplus, but we will get... Yeah, I think we determined in the last episode that losing that surplus would really hurt financially. Citizen 5 Hellenic. Hellenic Peloponnesians. All well and good. Hellenic and Hellenic. Just making sure that our 1 Hellenic Hebrew assimilate. Help that manpower, I imagine, with the happiness. And our capital was good? No, we got 2 Hebrews here. Let's see, we make 5 a month. So these are 4-month decisions. What do we have over here? Okay, and who do we have here? All right, so we should have complete religious unity, which we do, making our omen stronger, that national manpower. 77 a month up to 24,900 is good. But yeah, our treasury is going down. So in this period of peace, do we scale down a bit? We lose a little bit of experience, so if we pare down... Let's see. 0.22, 0.22, 0.55. So we would lose 2 of our heavy infantry. All right, let's, nope, didn't mean to split in half. We want to create a new unit. Get 2 heavy infantry. You're not loyal to me. So he refuses to move. So we can disband 1. We pay him a little bit, so that will reduce our maintenance. Probably hurt in the grand scheme of things. So if we're not going to war, let's go to the economy and lower the maintenance costs. Oh, that hurts. That hurts indeed. That morale is going to go down. Tell you, for our martial advances, we need to really get that. That's exactly what we need. 10% reduction in maintenance cost. Then we should be able to put them back on full maintenance, hopefully. Patronage. All right, patron of the arts. So we can lose the majority of our thing and get legitimacy, or we lose to legitimacy. If we look at our government and our legitimacy growth, changes by 0.25 a month, so that's only a few months. It's a frivolous expense. We don't have time. So yeah, renowned lineage, we got positive stab, good ruler popularity, our philosophos will be back up to 100% before we know it. And now we are starting to make 0.1 a month on lowered maintenance. Oh man, I tell you what, can we... I don't know if we can get any other independent, like Zakynthos. You have an alliance with Arcania and Boetha. We can improve his relations. Well, everyone will have too many relations. There's our invention, and yes, army maintenance cost. Booyah. Make more money, please. Yeah, that's going to help out. It will help out a lot. Yeah, it's nice to have completely loyal troops, that's for sure. But, you know, they're under us, so as a good ruler and leading the troops, that's fine. But I don't like the situation that we are in. Guaranteed by Phrygia. It's going to be one of those things that once the truce is over, we need to get to a place that we can hop on very quickly, piece them out, and end the war before the big dogs come hunting, essentially. All right, so we're making some money, 0.4 a month. I don't know if that's enough to start floating a navy, but we definitely need more slaves. And I kind of wish we could tell them, hey, what do you want to build next? I want the slave to be the next for that tax. I mean, they're outputting 190% of the taxes in this place, which is awesome, but it's still not enough. And we have no slaves anywhere else to move. So we're kind of sitting on our hands here. All right, Omen. So do we do the national taxes to build up some moolah? It seems like the best thing to do. We'll make 4.27 in taxes. If we boost that another 25%, that's going to be huge. Blessing to the underworld. Go, Hades, go. Give us 25%. Yeah, now we're getting a treasury. I don't know if it's enough for us to go to full morale, but I think it is enough that we can start looking at possibly building a little bit of a navy. I mean, even if we could get the wood down here. We lack wood, except it's over here. And we can't trade it away. We need to export, man. But we've got all three trade routes. Chance of piracy. I don't know why. It could be that we can't import anything except for a bonus. Okay, so if we want bonus wood, we need to move 13 slaves here so we get the extra wood. We would lose out, however, on this big bonus for taxes, because it wouldn't be in our capital area. Base efficiency of 140 versus 190. If we, I don't know, this is like banging my head against the wall, man. Either that or we need to take one of these cities with a port, and it doesn't look like Ellis even has a port. Our allies do. You do. Argos, who is a feudatory to Macedon. Do we go against this guy? Fabricate a claim on him. Get on it as quickly as we can. I think we try it. All right, economy. Go up to default morale, please. Thankfully, the paymasters are lowering this up. All right, 12K. What's the supply limit here? 15.42. Maximum weight. Can we see what this unit weighs? It's the strength. It's visible. Chance of cohort loyalty. Let's go ahead and head on over to Kipthana. If Argos is going to be busy, we can try to snipe in. Of course, we will wait until we are full. No, we want that army maintenance cost as low as possible. Please decline that offer. All right, so morale is recharging. That's all well and good. Argos does have a fort. It's a shame we can't blockade it. But we don't have a boat. Let's see, what trade good would we get if we took this over? We would get an excess iron. Exporting that to our ally would be very, very good. All right, so 12,000, full morale. Argos, you're at war with Phrygia because you're Macedonian. What I don't know is if Macedon, when Macedon defends, will Macedon call in all of the other crap? And are we going to need to get war score against Macedon, because I guarantee they would be the war leader. They would protect, and they would take over as war leader. Possible defenders joining Macedon: Euboea, Thrace, the Seleucids, and Egypt. That is that's a thing I don't want to think about. Especially since Macedon looks like they're right here. They would just march right on through here. Nice, we are monotonous. Began falling asleep at the very sound of his voice. Okay, invention. Supply, pirates, triremes. Taxes would be good. Freemen, import routes. We can't do anything really with import routes for now. So I believe the taxes. Euphoria. Get another bonus to tax. Get this economy trying to turn around here. So we're at 0.8 with full maintenance. That's pretty good. Citizens for Elis. Preparing to move from Messene to Lepreon, one of the regions of our ally Elis. It is said having a better understanding of our two cultures can bring us closer, but would certainly weaken us if all people started to leave Sparta. Peloponnesian citizen in Messene. So one of our citizens, we've got 11. We would lose a little bit of research and commerce. Sparta loses 50 military power. Or we lose 25 civic, and Messene gets improved standards, lowering the local unrest and raising taxes, which taxes aren't going to be a thing because we have no one to pay taxes. Do I want to lose the mill power? What's your opinion of me? Popularity. Oh, that's the character. So it's a plus 50, allied and same religion. If we went to war, would you defend? Elis would not, because they are at war and they have a war balance. And then Macedon would call in all those people. I don't know, man. I don't know. Losing 50 mil power, we generate 7 a month. It's only a few months down. What is our next military idea? For 800 points, we were going for siege ability. And a quicker siege would mean getting these guys sniped quicker. So 25 civic power, we lose 71 bucks. Fine. Take our one citizen. Oh, nice. Hey, Ellis gave us 36 bucks. Sweet. Thank you, Ellis. We almost have enough to build a marketplace. For more local tax, commerce income, and civilization level. We can go up to 48. That would raise it up to 49. Sweet. A call to arms in Ellis. They are fighting against Epirus, Aetolia, and Boetha. So I think we accept. There's Epirus there. Maybe we can take some territory for ourselves in this war. All right, so we're in the war. It's Ellis and Sparta versus Epirus, Aetolia, and Boetha. Now we can't, we would have to get military access from Arcana. But what we can do is head over here and smashy smash. Now, is Ellis going to get there first? I'm not sure. It's a shame we weren't in Heria, because we could be up there by now in Epirus and get that siege down. But if we can take this in our war, that would be pretty ideal. Get something in this province, in Achaia, with a port, which means then we can start producing triremes. And we're at a positive balance. Nice. Commerce income and wages reduction. That is more money for us. More technology advancing. That's what I like. 261 efficiency. Oh, we're coming. Don't you worry. We'll get this siege down before you. I want to be the siege leader. Yeah, they're turning around. They're like, oh crap, the Spartans are here. No, you don't, Epirus. Okay, they're going to Heria. We're going to beat them there. We want to siege this guy out before Ellis. We want to get there first. Ellis can mop up the manpower. I don't care. Oh, yep, Ellis is going to do it. These guys decided to try to siege their capital, and that is not recommended. All right, so we're going to siege this out. Epirus did get a trireme out. Take a look at that. The eyeballs. Yeah, if you want to take that straight crossing, Boetha, good sir. Man, if we could snipe this and Boetha, that would be nice. I doubt it's in Achaia. No, it's not in Achaia. So we would be in another region. And probably very weak and right next to Macedon. So I don't know if we want to bring that fire on our head. But yeah, hopefully we can get some good siege ability here. Thankfully, the commander, it's a shame he wasn't a 10, and we did get our siege engineering. If we get the next military power idea, that would increase that even higher. And we've got 2 siege status. Yeah, I don't think these guys want to come across the strait. Now, if we take this and we end up winning this war, who is the war leader? We've got some war exhaustion, that's fine. Ellis won the battle. Can we sue Epirus directly? You cannot abandon your allies until 36 months have passed. 470. So we need to go for 3 years on this war. It's not like Europa, it doesn't seem, where once you siege some stuff down, you can separate peace. Your ally would be extremely mad, but you can take that territory. If we claim this siege, hopefully he will give it to me. If this goes to Ellis, I am going to be furious, because we're the one doing the work. It belongs to us. We're going to keep it. And then we need to get over to Boetha. How do you guys feel about us? Arcania. Yeah, they're indifferent. Same religion, but different culture. So they may grant us military access to walk across this strait. Oh, he's blockading the strait. Well, once this belongs to us, there'll be no blockade. He's trying to be cheeky with his one boat stopping us from walking. I think that's how it'll work. Once we seize one half of the strait, we can walk. And if we have military access, then we can technically get both. All right, grain. So you want grain and you want grain. Euboea, are we at war with you? No, Aetolia and Boetha. Okay, I was a little bit confused. Let's take a look at our trade. Okay, so someone stopped trading wheat with us, and someone wanted to jump on that quick, fast, and in a hurry. Euboea is right over there. There you go. Take it. Speaking of taking it, we're at 14% on this siege. I hope we can get military access through Arcnania, and then we can get on Boetha. Siege that down quick, fast, and in a hurry. That isn't forted up. That's not forted up. And that is. So we could take this one. It wouldn't be protected by a fort. And then we get on that fort. It would siege Delphi. Yeah, we'll see what... Oh, hey. Epirus is over here sieging Macedon. So that is your other war, I guess. Leonidid? Send... He is a friend of the researcher and a friend of the... Man, at 10 and 11 zeal, why aren't you a guy? And the Leonidids are scorned. Seleucos. We're going to send Eucrates. And Yukos. Holy crap, man. And 11 in the... Was that 11 in oratory? No. Was that... It wasn't in martial. It was in... 10... Oh, it was in zeal. Yeah, Seleucos and Leonid. And you're a file kid? I'm sure we could find some place for you. Probably on our main government. Yeah, we want you doing that. Heavy research. All right, 42%. Is this siege going to drop? Military access from Stamphalia, who is at war with Macedon, Argos, and Euboea. It kind of seems like we have common interests, or we're at war with Euboea. No, Boetha. I did it again. Sorry, decline. It's fine. Oh, nice. So there's Ellis. How did Ellis cross the strait? All right, Oban power. Nice. Morale. And unfortunately, maintenance went up a bit. There's the sacking. So gain 5 popularity and 12 bucks. Sparta's first Chilotis becomes loyal. And then Imperator citizen in Patrai is killed. On the off chance that they will be our citizen. A freeman is killed. 3 become loyal to us. That's fine. Gain 30 bucks and 5 popularity. None shall hide. All right, so there's martial advances. We can't get oh yeah, we can get across the strait. Nice. So who are you? You're Epirus. So the war is over. That went to Epirus. That's not good. Okay, y'all. Yeah, we're Black Flag. Go ahead and march back to Sparta, please. So how did... Either that or did Ellis just say, no, it's okay, I give up? Tell you, I don't know what happened there. Siege Engineers +1. I like it. Let's see, Epinetus. Okay, 5 popularity, that's fine. All right, general loyalty. Starting experience in siege engineering would be good to get that all research points +10%. Enacting a law cost. We can look at laws. Let's see. Enacting law costs -10%. If we wanted to change a law, that would save 25 points. Which could be good. I mean, part of me wants more research points. But if we can do something with the laws that will help us out, that will be very good. Now let's take a look at our government and our laws. All right, so the agnatic cognatic primogeniture will put our daughters in line to inherit. Taxation laws. National tax up. National freeman happiness down. But that's a 5% tax boost. Slave draft. Navy morale recovery. Professional oarsmen. Taxes go down. Pirate spawn chance goes up. Meh. All right. Wrong culture. We have no wrong culture. Slaves needed for surplus goes down. But then the freeman happiness, meh. Transaction tax. Commerce income and freeman happiness goes down. 10% commerce, governor loyalty. Tribal integration. Converting pop cost reduction. Since we have no tribesmen, that would be fine. Omen duration at priest loyalty. The martial education gives us more manpower. At the reduction of citizen happiness. I want to keep my citizens loyal. Monthly wages go up. Let's see. National tax just plus 10%. Okay, so re-minting policy. Oh man, 10% on the research points though. So national tax plus 10%. That'd be an additional 50 cents or so with that law. Huh. Or research points 10%. Sponsor the scholars. I mean, I think we want to maintain a navy. We want to maintain an army. The reminting policy for 10% taxes, go. All right, so the treasury should grow then. Let's see, we would lose. No, we want to keep our... Oh, nice, another 10% taxes for 2 years? You better believe it. And we are not going to remove our capital bonus. Now that we are making positive surplus, that will be fine. All right, so we're sort of in a period of what do we do now? It's a shame that our allies decided to peace out with Epirus early. I don't know what that war was even about or what it was even for. So yeah, we need to focus on getting one of these guys guaranteed by Phrygia. If we were to declare the war, then Phrygia would come in, bring all of those guys, and our ally would even answer the call to arms. So that is pretty terrible indeed. So something to consider as we expand. Now we can't get over to our buddy. Let's see, we can't offer a guarantee. Okay, lofty ambitions. He becomes the Trophius. All right, where is the Trophius? It's a 7. He is a 6. That is sacrifice to the gods cost. Let's see. Loses 10 prominence. And because our lack of tax, he sees us as a rival. And we don't want that. I mean, can't we just flip-flop him? So Trophius is a Zagrid. Sure, just give him the job. Really won't matter in the grand scheme of things. We're not here to boost our stability. Although, now that we mention it, we can boost our stability. Our national taxes will last for another 2 years. We make 5 points a month. That's 100. So we wouldn't have enough to summon another omen if we did that. Invoke Devicio. No, we want to keep our military powers. War exhaustion's fine. So yeah, that's not too awful bad. But what we need to do is we need to get this wood in our capital province. I wish I could export it to our capital. But it didn't look like we could unless we have an excess here. In order to have an excess here, we need to move 13 slaves over here to get the excess wood so we can export it. I tell you, that's really inconvenient, but something we can do in the next episode, I assume, but that will do it for me. Wait, trade wins. Commerce income 50%. Nice. Let's take a look at our economy now. 0.24 gold a month. That is outstanding. I like it. So with the extra trade, we're running default taxes. Yeah, things are starting to finally look up for the economy, getting it turned around. But we're sort of bashing our head against the wall with whatever's going to happen up north. Nice, civilization level goes up, but that will do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen, of Imperator Rome Sparta. Epirus wants military access. Yeah, they're our buddies. Why not? But like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Imperator Rome video. Take care.